morning, Clark Road. My name is Hanuna,
And I'm Bea.
and these are your announcements for Thursday, September 21st.
Well, Clark Road, last night saw several Trojan teams compete in their first game of the season. Our senior boys volleyball team, led by Mr. Barwell and Mr. Petit, took on John Paul II last night and dominated from the tip-off and swept the Jaguars 3-0. Our junior boys volleyball team, led by Mr. Girton and Mr. Cutler, took the court next and after trying to the game up at 1 set apiece. Our Trojans ultimately came up short but fought a close battle all the way to the end. Remember, gentlemen, at this point in the season, process matters more than outcome. So keep showing up to practice and giving it your best. You will get better. In more sports news, last night our junior girls basketball team played their first game of the season on home court against JP2 Jaguars. We were up until half, and it was a hard-fought battle, right until the buzzer. Unfortunately, we lost by 2, but we are so proud of the amazing start to the season by all of our junior Trojans. Next home game is Tuesday, September 26th. Hope to see you there. And finally, in sports, our senior and junior football teams head to Oak Ridge today to open their respective seasons. So if you see a player in the hallways, you can't miss them. They're in their jerseys. Wish them luck.
Before we continue today's broadcast, we have a few timely reminders for you. All fall sports must send a representative to the SAA meeting that is taking place today at lunch. That is today at lunch in room 110.
A follow-up to that point that is every bit as important. SAA members, please do not forget that you have to be at that meeting today at lunch in room 110 as well. We will be getting ready for next week's pep rally. See you all there. Clark Road proudly supports a variety of clubs and initiatives throughout the year. The GSA, otherwise known as the Gender Sexuality Alliance, will be meeting today at lunch in room 254.
And now for school news. The auction to pie a teacher in the face continues today, Clark Road. How can you choose your victim? Simple. There are jars out front at the cafeteria at lunch every day. Bring and donate any spare change to see one of your favorite staff members get pied in the face.
This year, the top 3 staff will each get a pie in the face. Side note, Mr. Allison wants everyone to know that he was unaware that there were 3 teachers getting pied this year. So now he's getting a little nervous. That said, your options include Miss Firth, Miss Clark, Miss Day, Miss Malone, Mr. Allison, Miss Cheshire, Miss Kennedy, Miss Disher, Miss Mayers, Mr. Sanders, Mr. Norton, Mr. Casella, Mr. Bushel, and the voting favorite, Mr. Flummerfeld.
Last we heard, Mr. Norton came in hot with half of his jar being filled already. Mr. Norton, what did you do to make all the students mad at you? One last note, any students who make a donation of $5 or more will have their name added on a list of eligible students to throw a pie on one of the teachers. If you miss your chance at lunch, please see Mrs. Disher in the resource room to donate.
And now, Trojans, the event of the fall is finally here. So mark your calendars and come on out for the big United in Sport events taking place next Thursday and Friday. The cost is $10, and that covers a buyout for periods 3 and 4 on both days, as well as a ticket to the Under the Lights football event. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me.
This year, we are lucky enough to have good eats with the food trucks making their way Clark Road. The Student Council will be selling tickets to the event starting today. Please see SAA's Instagram account or look for posters around the school with important information, or speak to one of your teachers for important scheduling information related to this event.
In more school news, it is National Coaches Week, Clark Road. We know that our coaches are the heartbeat of the school. We also know that it is oftentimes a thankless job that requires a lot of their time. So please thank a coach today. Give them a high five and a big smile and tell them thank you, coach, in the hallway, and let them know you appreciate their time and effort.
Attention all music students. There will be a meeting Monday at lunch in room 151. This meeting is for music ensemble members and students taking music this year. We will be discussing our spring trip and fundraising for this year. There will also be camp meeting immediately following this meeting for all students heading to fall music camp in October. This meeting is mandatory as we will be discussing very important information related to the trip. Any questions, please see Mr. Kennedy or Mr. Brancic in the music rooms.
And now for club news. The Model Arts Club has returned to Clark Road. It will be meeting tomorrow at lunch in the library's makerspace. If you already have a model at home, please bring it with you. All are welcome.
And last, our news note for the day is Coffee House. The sign-up sheet for September's Coffee House is posted outside of room 153. The Coffee House will take place next Friday, September 29th in the auditorium with a run-through happening this Friday in room 150 at lunch. Please see Mr. Kennedy or Mr. Brancic if you have any music-related questions.
And those are your announcements for Thursday, September 21st, Trojans. Take care.
Sounds so soulful, don't you agree? Proof. I guess I got my swagger back. Truth. New watch alert. Few blows. Or the big face rolly, I got two of those. Arm out the window through the city, I maneuver slow. Back, snap back, see my cut through the holes.